Expatriates in search of housing in Riyadh often look to secure compounds. These can range in size from small developments to sprawling mini towns on the outskirts of the city.
I think the positive side of this country is you can expect to find properties that offer you one type and they have 100 units, and there are properties that have 100 units and 20 different types: a studio, an apartment, a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, a townhouse, a duplex, a standalone villa, a VIP villa with your own swimming pool and garage and servant quarters. So the options are available. It's just that the more options you see in a compound, you probably expect it to be not in the center. It's probably a bit outside of these centrally located areas.
You can think of compound life in Saudi Arabia as a sort of semi-sealed Western-style biosphere.
Living in a compound in the kingdom gives you the advantage of living a bit of a lifestyle that is closer to the lifestyle you have lived and gotten used to. Now, the disadvantage of living in a compound is you really don't get to get a taste of what true living in Saudi is. Now, there's a lot of positive things to that, and there's a lot of negative things to that as well. But again, it's all about what you make out of it.
Almost everything you need can be found in the compound. Even if a sought-after amenity cannot be found in your particular compound, your compound bus can take you to one that has what you need.
Our compound had a shopping bus that went out every day, and I just made a policy of going out every morning, and it goes and you can give input to the compound for where you want to go. But I think different compounds are different. But our compound was very good about changing the schedule around. So if you are a Carrefour fan or a Tamimi fan, you can go usually once a week to Tamimi and once a week to Carrefour. And if there's something going on for the women at another compound and it's invited to the public, then they'd put it on our schedule and we would go.
Oftentimes the property details depend on the property and the landlord. During your home search, you'll be faced with whether or not you want your home furnished or unfurnished.
I would say on the Western compounds, where it's the larger kind of gated communities, you would see more of a furnished. If you go to smaller properties or single and or individual units, you probably see more of the unfurnished. So again, I know I'm hitting on the same point here, but it depends on the property that someone goes to. When you go ahead and rent a unit, there are 2 options that are given to each tenant. It's either what they call here a soft pack or a hard pack. In a hard pack option, they would have the major items: furniture such as couches, sofas, beds, tables, whereas on the soft pack it would be all of the other small items such as utensils, silverware, cutlery, towels, linens, plates, all of these options. And again, there is not a set rule here that everyone works upon. It's purely the property itself that you are actually targeting and what do they offer.
Another point to keep in mind is the length of the contract in order to secure the property.
Contracts here are on annual terms and expected to be on the Hijriyat date, which is 11 days less than the Gregorian. The method of payment, I'll say in our company, we offer a discount for someone who pays upfront in advance. You pay your annual rent all upfront. If you decide to do semi-annual payments, that there is an additional premium that gets added to that. I've heard of other properties and property managers allowing for quarterly payment or monthly stays, and the contract could be shorter, but do expect to pay quite the hefty premium to get that option offered to you.
One of the best aspects of compound living is the high level of maintenance offered to residents.
When you get to reside in a gated community, quote-unquote compound, then normally, or in many cases, if not the majority or all of them actually, they would provide you with maintenance, be in parts and labor.
I think it has to do with almost being taken care of. The community that we live in, the compound community, really takes care of the people on it. And when you live at home, you take care of yourself. Whereas here, you need a light bulb change, they come and change it for you. If anything goes wrong in the villa, you call the central facility and they send someone out to fix it.
Life in Riyadh can be a rewarding adventure provided a thick skin and a strong dose of flexibility. Expats interested in getting to know their local Saudi neighbors may be disappointed, as opportunities to mingle are almost non-existent. But that said, the interdependence of the expatriate crowd in Saudi Arabia results in a unique community spirit that is hard to match anywhere. We at MoveOne want to make sure that your relocation to Riyadh goes as smoothly as possible. Feel free to contact one of our relocation specialists so that you can find the best housing fit for both you and your family.